And I just invite you to, if you're in the US at least, set down coffee cups and breakfast for a moment. If you're joining us from other parts of the world, which I know a couple people are this morning, then just letting go of whatever might be in your space or your energy field right now, and take a deep breath in and let it out. As Alison Armstrong used to say, maybe still says, it was just years ago, but breathing is the first act of receiving. Breathing is the first act of receiving. So as you take each of these deep breaths, let yourself receive. Whether you're predominantly masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Your muscles for receiving matter greatly. So taking a few moments with each deep breath and practice receiving that breath. When we receive, we're nourished, we're fed, we're supported. And that breath brings life force and vitality. So what if taking a few moments to intentionally receive this breath was a great act of self-care? Not something to do or effort to care for you. Just bringing your presence and maybe inviting yourself to go a little bit deep into the experience of receiving. And then let's see if we can subtly deepen this experience of receiving. Can you receive the support of the chair? Can you sense that holding, that support of the chair? And can you let go even a little bit more into it? If there's any part of the muscles that have been held and tightened, particularly in the hips, the pelvis, the thighs, but anywhere, the back, leaning back into the chair, can you give yourself to the chair and receive its support? Because if we hold on and we don't fully give ourselves to that chair, we're not fully receiving the support available to us. And as you contemplate the metaphor of the chair, giving your full weight, your full body to that chair, consider times in your life where someone has wanted to, has offered to support you, and some part has held back from fully receiving that support, from fully leaning into the support, out of fear of being too much, out of fear of being a burden or an inconvenience. out of fear of judgment, of weakness, or any other reason that you might hold yourself back from fully receiving the support that's actually available to you, that's on offer. And so just considering that it might serve your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your whole being to become a better receiver. Not receiving is not needy for any mind that's running off and saying, I don't want to appear needy if I say yes, or if I ask for support, which is also an act of receiving. The asking is the ignition of the possibility of receiving in that circumstance. So if there's any part that denies yourself the opportunity to receive, just consider that it might be worth strengthening those receiving muscles. And remembering how much you receive when someone else receives your giving. When you've given and someone takes it in and they're so nourished by it and they're so appreciative of it, do you not receive from that giving? I suspect you do. And so this is a reminder that you're receiving another's generosity, another's offer. Your receiving is actually an act of giving. And so as we deepen, as you deepen in this practice of receiving, consider that it might just be generous. And so for one last moment, return to the breath. And imagine now, with this deepened awareness of the practice of receiving, see how much you can take in of this breath. Imagining all the oxygen molecules coming in and loving and feeding and nourishing, enlivening your body. Let the breath be an invitation to relax. And then if there's an intention that wants to be set around receiving before you open your eyes in a moment, let that intention be set now. How do you want to practice strengthening your receiving muscles? And then breathing that in, acknowledging yourself, staying fully connected to you, opening the eyes when you're ready now.